Gbọma mụrụ nze m ọzọ, anyị ekenekwa unu. Anyị si unu ka ụbọchị nke taa dịrị nụ na mma. Anyị si ka nke onye chikwado ya zelụ. Dịka o si dị, ya bụ Eastern News 24 ka anyị si wee wetara unu ya bụ nnukwu ozi dị oke mkpa. Bụ gbasịta maka nnwere onwe ndị Igbo na-azọ, ana gbasịta maka mkpagbu a na-eme ndị Igbo, ana gbasịta maka ife na-eme n'obodo a anyị nọ n'ime ya bụ Naịjirịa. Ya bụ ife ka anyị jikọ wee na-ewetara unu na Eastern News 24. Dịka unu na ya ụnụ ya fụ nwanne anyị nwoke a n'iru akwụkwọ. O nwere ife okwu n'iru akwụkwọ draw my attention. Nsi na mama mgba nkịtị na mma eti ego dị ya ka ụmụnne m gee ya bụ ife n'ụdị nkefa ka fa kwuo ife ha chere tinye alụ nkefa, maka nwanne anyị nwoke nwere nnukwu ife okwu gasị dị iche iche nke nna ama mbịa kọwawa n'ime akwụkwọ a, mana mmachukwu unu gee ya bụ ife, unu ga-esi ya unu adrọpụ kọmentị unu. Ụmụ Chineke gbasịta maka ihe ndị a niile nwanne anyị nwoke bụ Ọkọcha kwuru n'elu akwụkwọ n'ụbọchị nke taa. All right, over to you, my brother.
You know, in mathematics, when you are solving maths, if you have a formula to solve maybe one particular equation, and as you are going, you miss one premise. It might be just one number you wanted to write two and you write one. The result you are going to get will be totally different from the result of that formula. You will fail the solution. You will fail the equation because you missed something from the beginning. Yesterday, I was opportune to join a group of students online that they were doing seminar. They were talking about profiling solution to the problem we are having in Nigeria. And I was able to tell them the brief history of Nigeria in summary that I have read, not because I was born then. So I told them how great Nigeria was and what made us to be great. Why is it that Nigeria was great before, but now Nigeria is no longer great? If you mention the name Nigeria before, people will value you, people will praise you. But if you mention Nigeria now, what they see is a different thing. A country where human rights is not respected, a country where their government doesn't treat their citizens well, a country where the government are like gods to the subordinates who are the masses, a country where the masses' wealth are being looted by the government, a country where there is a Robin Hoodism in a perverse manner, in the sense that the rich will rob from the poor and also give part of what they have robbed from the poor, giving it back to the poor. Not in a way that it will benefit them, but in a way that they will make those poor people to begin to follow them. That is what is going on in Nigeria. So in that seminar yesterday, what I talked most was the issue of insecurity. I was saying that the reason why so many people are not investing in Nigeria now, the reason why people are not farming, the reason why people are not doing almost everything with Nigeria now is because of insecurity. You see this inflation we are having in Nigeria, Naira devaluation, it is linked to insecurity. People will not understand now. You see, forget about all this production they are doing in the metropolis of Nigeria. The reproductions that Nigeria are making is all those cassava, gari, yam, tomato, pepper, okra. You are seeing that people are farming, because these are the places where, food production pumps into market. And I can tell you categorically that people are no longer going to farm as usual. Not because there is no land or, fertile land to farm. Not because people are busy or people are lazy or people are becoming less interested in farming. No, it is because they are afraid, because they don't have money for ransom. Insecurity is the reason why people are not planting. And tell me, this thing has already caused inflation. Even though 1 naira goes back to $1 today, there is this law about demand and supply. When the demand is too much and the supplies are few, it will lead to inflation, because the price of commodity will be high because people are competing for that particular commodity. If you have only 1 cup in Nigeria to buy, this cup could worth, let me say, 1 billion naira. This rubber cup, maybe this rubber cup is needed to drink water or to do anything. And if you don't have this rubber, meaning you are not going to graduate, let me just say, for example, or if you don't have this rubber, you can't drive a vehicle. It is just a rubber. If it is 1, it will cost 1 billion naira in Nigeria. You know why? Because it is not all about the value of this cup. It is all about the competition about it, because it is scarce. So scarcity leads to inflation always. That is what is going on in Nigeria. So I was teaching them that there is a reason why Nigeria should not continue together. There is a reason why for regional government. There is a reason why to amend constitution to be flexible so that each region can go on their separate ways. There is a reason why we should stop thinking that we uniting together is a good thing. It's not a good thing. We can be brothers, we can live, do business together like we are doing to Ghana, we are doing to Cameroon. Do you understand that Nigeria love Ghanaians more than they love their own tribe people? Do you understand that Nigeria feel at home in Cotonou, Benin Republic than they feel among their own people? Somebody like Asari Dokubo, so many of them, they don't have investment in Nigeria here. They put it abroad because they feel at home abroad. They don't feel at home in Nigeria because of all this tribalism. We were not meant together. If we were living, let me see, if we are living in regions that we were living before, like Nigeria was before, it could have been better for us. So I was telling them the importance of regionalism, returning Nigeria to regional government, where people will control their own security. Now, I explain further to this thing I'm going to tell you. It is important you know this. If Nigeria is not together, if we don't have central security, if we don't have autonomous security from the federal government, all those politicians, House of Assembly member, former local government chairman that was arrested in, what is it called, this state, Zamfara. Yes, so many politicians, they were arrested in Zamfara state. Now, these people, they are doing it because they believe that government will always pay. Government will always come and negotiate. So they are doing banditry, politicians doing banditry, joining bandits, sponsoring them, buying them guns. In return, they will help them to negotiate from the government and they put the money in their purse. I said this is happening because we are one. If these people, for example, have their own local security, the indigenous people will not allow such a thing to happen because they know that this is all about us. But when people will be thinking this is all about Nigeria, Nigeria have to pay, the government have to pay, after all, the president is not my brother, president is not my person, it's one of the problems of insecurity that is breeding insecurity, promoting insecurity in Nigeria. And not only that, in my community or my federal constituency or my regions where I came from, soldiers, policemen have never had the credit of tackling insecurity. If there are bandits now in the bush, you call soldier will not come. And if soldier comes, soldier don't know road. If you call police will not respond. Sometimes they will tell you they don't have fuel. So everything boils down to indigenous people. Just imagine all these police are not foreigners from you, because police military are foreign to where they are serving. Most of them are foreigners. You can't come from the north, you want to serve as a policeman. What are you going to police? Do you know the meaning of policing? Police has to do with the indigenous people. You know the route, you know the bushes, you know everything. That is why what the vigilantes are doing right now is even more than what the military are doing. The vigilantes are doing more than the military. The vigilantes are doing more than the police when it comes to tackling insecurity in Nigeria. And this is happening not because military or police don't have the capacity. Even vigilantes don't have the capacity, but because this is about their own. This is all about their indigenous people. What they do is that they go to the bush. They go to fight. They are fighting for themselves. They are fighting for their land. But policeman will tell you, I'm not fighting for you. I'm fighting for the government. So if anything happen, a police will say, no, I can't risk this thing for government too. You're not paying me well. But a vigilante voluntarily will go and fight for his people. That is what I was teaching these students yesterday. I was telling them that the future of Nigeria is in the disintegration of Nigeria. The future of Nigeria is in the regional government. The least Nigeria can survive with is the regional government. This is not all about sentiment. This is not all about wishing Nigeria bad or Nigeria state bad. What is the essence of having Nigeria if Nigeria, system is killing people? What is the essence of having a nation that will put you into hunger? Not that you don't have ability to feed yourself, but because you belong to this system, you are now being enslaved. You don't have right again. Everything is scrapped from you. Your human right is scrapped from you. Nothing more, nothing less. So this is so insane, and I think it's not fair. Now, come to think of it, if this country we are managing that before, when we were not together, we are not fighting. When we are in regional government, even before amalgamation of Nigeria, there is nothing like all these things. People from Benin Kingdom travel to Lagos, they live in peace. They travel across the whole continent, the whole country. Africa was great before the amalgamation, before people started trooping in, started forming artificial boundaries. And the most unfortunate thing is that Nigerian government, in their cowardness, in their, I don't know the adjective I will use to qualify what they have done to Nigerian people. Because these people, in their own mind, they think that they can kill to maintain the borders, artificial border that God did not give them, artificial border that Britain gave them. And in Britain, people are doing referendum. The referendum is in their constitution because they know that people can't be together. if they don't want to be together. But these people that force you to be together, you are still killing people to make sure you keep yourself together with them. It is so unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. So this is what I was teaching these students, that come on, it is time for your people to wake up. Wake up to the reality that this country is not working. Wake up to the reality that you as a citizen, that if you don't have money to pay your school fees, you can't go to school. Wake up to the reality that you as a citizen, if you don't have hospital bill, you can't go to hospital. It is so bad, and it's not supposed to be so. Wake up to the reality that your government don't trust and believe in Nigeria. Wake up to the reality that your president's children or your president's investors or investments are not in Nigeria. They take your money outside Nigeria. The Minister of Education can never send his children to the public institution. You must wake up to their reality. This is happening because of one Nigeria. This is happening because this entity is not working. This is happening because of heterogeneous nature that we have as a country, of which is not supposed to be so. We must wake up to this sad reality. We must wake up to the sad reality that someone who says he's going to protect you cannot protect himself. Someone who says he's going to make your life well, he can't even make his life well without noting your money. Down to the state, even the commissioner of education, just imagine, their student cannot go to the public institution. So how do you think that these people would put the schools in order? If a medical, what is it called, a commissioner of health or minister of health won't allow his or her children to go to public institution, do you think the person will have that goals to put the school in order? It is time for us to start thinking and think wise. So these are the things I really lectured these students yesterday, and they are requesting for another seminar today. But people who they sent those videos to, I'm seeing their reaction that what Okocha is saying is true, but he's not supposed to say it in this manner. You see, there is no way to say the truth. The only way to say the truth is to speak it forth without getting it twisted. This Nigeria state is against the people. The government is against the people. And the system is against the people.
Ndị be anyị ekenekwanụ m unu dịka unu si wee na-esonyekwana anyị n'ihe anyị na-eme n'elu akwụkwọ na Eastern News 24. Anyị sikwa na Chukwuka abịa ma ya nọrọ nche niile n'ofu n'ofu dịka unu si wee na-esonyere anyị n'elu akwụkwọ. Dịka o si dị, unu anụgonu ka ya bụ ife si wee gbata wee kwụrụ, unu anụgonu ihe nwanne anyị nwoke kwuru n'elu akwụkwọ. Ka efe nwere ikwu gbasata maka ya bụ ihe ndị a niile nụgasị niile nwanne anyị kwugasị gbasata maka open grazing bill. Kabaruke drop your own comment on the comment section below. Thank you, and also stay tuned at Eastern News 24.